All right, guys, so changing the jets in a Honda CRF450 shouldn't be scary, and it shouldn't be a big deal. So I'm going to show you the tools I use to make it easy, and I'll also show you how to do it. Now, right now I got the bike just on my lift, so it's easier for me to get to, but we're going to be taking off this right here. So make sure you shut your fuel off. And then with the fuel off, we're going to take off this 17, let it drain out, and our jets are right underneath. And I'll show you the tool that I use so you don't have to remove the carburetor. All right, so with the 17 millimeter out, sometimes you can get straight in from here if you have this tool. Now, the tool that I'm using is a Tusk, and this is just for this purpose, okay? It comes with a couple different flatheads in here. It comes with a short, a long. It's a hex for a different type of carburetor here. And then this here is your main jet tool right here, 6 millimeter for the main jet. All right, and then this is magnetic on this side. You just drop it in there, stick it up in the carburetor, and remove the pilot jet. So you can loosen the two screws here and there and rotate the carb a little bit to give you a little bit of space just so that you can see what you're doing. If you're able to just get in there and by eye and do it, you can do that as well. All right, so with those two loosened up, you can see about how far I've rotated it. All right, and there's our jets right there. And if you haven't done this before, it's easier for you to do it this way. You can see the pilot up in there, because sometimes getting it back in, if you haven't done it and you're not familiar with how it feels and where it goes, it's easier to have kind of a little bit of a view on it. So just rotate it like this, it'll make things easier for you. So right here with the long one, I'm on the pilot. I've already broke it loose. I'm just gonna unscrew it here and it'll fall into my hand. All right, and there it is. This is a 42, I'm putting a 45 in. So the easiest way to get it in is to kind of balance it on the screwdriver like this. Just feed it up in there and then push it in with the screwdriver. I'll need both hands to do it, but push it up in the screwdriver into the hole. Make sure that it engages, and screw it in with your fingers with the tool, and you won't hurt anything. Just make sure it's going in there. All right, putting the new one in, don't over tighten it, but make sure that it snugs. These in the mains have a tendency to slip out, actually loosen up and fall out. I've pulled some bowls off and found them sitting in the bowl, so make sure you do get them snug, okay? So the reason I'm changing to a 45 is because I'm almost 4 turns out on the mixer screw, and I'm still getting a lean bit of an idle hang. So whenever you're over 3 turns, you want to go richer. So I was over 3 turns, I went with the next size richer, 45. I should be good to go. I'm going to reset this to 2 turns out, and we'll be money. Remember, if it's on this side, you're adjusting fuel. So when you back it out, you're letting more fuel in less fuel. If it was on this side, on a 2-stroke, where you're on the airbox side, you're controlling air. So you're screwing it in, less air, out, more air. We're on a 4-stroke, it's on the fuel side. So we're gonna head back this in 2 turns out with a bigger pilot, and we'll go from there. All right, let's rotate it back. Remember the little guide right there, the pin that tells you when you're, there's one here on these boots, there's one here, and there's one on the other side. Make sure the one on the other side is right back on there on the right side. Make sure that one, the boot is in the right place there, which you can see there, before you do the other one. All right, see, there it is. All right, make sure that that's in the right position. And then with this one in the right position, you can tighten it back. It's still cold, but you see how it started up in one kick. That's good. And I'm going to warm it all the way up and test it again. Before, what it was doing is give it gas, and it would kind of hang before it got down to idle, and that's no good. This is a trail bike. It's a little better to run it a little bit rich on the bottom end anyway. So we're good, man. I'll put a link in the description for that tool set. You got to have it if you're doing carburetors. It makes things very, very, very easy like that. So listen, don't be scared to mess with your jetting. Try to get a baseline so you're comfortable, see how the bike feels. The best way to do is by the seat of the pants, see how it feels. If you don't have an air-fuel ratio, or anything like that on these old carburetor bikes, and they'll do good for you. So don't be afraid to rejet these things. Jet them the way you like it. Hopefully this helps you out. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, Tepcocyclerepair.